Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I believe that the reason that we are here today is in recognition that the Murray-Darling Basin Plan has failed to deliver for our communities. To deliver a plan which was to be fair to all was always going to be a difficult task, but this plan is certainly slated against our region. It has been a failure in achieving worthwhile outcomes, not only in the area of socio-economics, but also with the environment as well. In the early days of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan, the MDBA estimated that the total loss of jobs in the entire Murray-Darling Basin would be 650 as a result of the water buybacks. We all knew that this figure was flawed. In 2014, Walker Shire Council commissioned a report into the impacts of the Basin Plan within the Shire. The findings were alarming. With the loss of 300,000 megalitres of water through the buybacks, the report revealed very worrying results. The loss of water would impact both on population and jobs. 500 jobs were forecast to be lost. Although I welcome that the MDBA in recent assessments has conceded that the job losses in the basin are far greater than what they originally forecast, it is really a case of too little, too late. Today I see a lot of uncertainty in our rural communities. Although the millennium drought is now well behind us, we are now experiencing the negative impacts of water reforms, and unlike a drought, there is no end in sight. Many of our younger generation are questioning their futures in our rural areas. To raise a family, you need a job with a future, and this is what they are starting to doubt. Imagine a young family having to purchase temporary water in February to finish a summer crop, knowing that this will impact on their household budget. By this I mean food, clothes, school excursions for their children. The list is endless. These families are too proud to complain and suffer in silence. The purchase of water for the environment has not delivered quantifiable outcomes. It has been disastrous for our communities and is unjust. In many cases, environmental objectives can be achieved using smaller flows timed to coincide with breeding events. We are very fortunate to have some very knowledgeable and committed men and women in our area who continually advocate and provide representation for us in the water reform process. But I am continually frustrated by how these same people are merely given lip service by the MDBA despite their use of solid scientific and historic data. I believe that we need to give more support to our local water advocates if we are to have a voice in the water debate. Every year, our irrigation industry is losing ground as a result of water reform. We are not being listened to, and the toxic effects of ineffective water reform continue to erode the community's wealth and well-being. In closing, I firmly believe that we need to campaign harder at a local level for our rights with water reform if we are to be listened to.